Hello, my name is Henry Miori. I'm here today to help you develop a 5-year strategic plan for your business, church, or organization. Are you struggling with the vision and purpose for your business? Are you struggling with the potential of what your business could be over the long term? Do you have a measurable target that you're aiming toward? Does everyone in your organization know exactly what you're trying to accomplish? Are you struggling with how to get people involved with the business plan? How to get them excited about the plan? Do you see people that are just not excited about what you're trying to accomplish? If you're having any of these kinds of problems, stay with us. We're going to specifically take you through the step-by-step procedure on how to put together a workable, action-oriented business plan. We're going to give you the keys to success on how to turn a business plan into a strategic management process.
In today's world, success is measured in many ways. Regardless of your definition of success, you need one important ingredient to achieve that goal: a plan. In the next hour, Dr. Henry Miori, an internationally recognized author, educator, organizational specialist, and motivational speaker, will take you step by step through a systematic philosophy entitled Strategic Long-Range Planning. This concept is designed to help you achieve your success by a goal-oriented planning system. In more than 30 years of experience, Dr. Miori has been successful in applying this management philosophy in both large corporate environments and small business enterprises, universities, churches, ministries, as well as personal family life worldwide. Today's topic: strategic long-range planning for business management. And now, Dr. Henry Miori.
Over the past 20 years, I've had the opportunity to work with major corporations, with nonprofit organizations, small businesses, churches, and ministries. I've had the opportunity to help them develop strategic direction. I've seen disorganized situations, companies and organizations, hotels, ministries, just at the brink of failure. I've seen the methods that we're going to talk about on this program create an action plan, create direction, rally people around that plan, and then I've seen them successful over the long term. Now, the topic we're really talking about today is what we call strategic long-range planning. A strategic plan, by definition, is something that says, here's where we are now. It recognizes where you've been, and then it forces you to look right out there in the future and say, where do we want to be in 5 or 10 years? We're trying to create a target so that everybody in the organization can look at that target and say, hey, that's where we're going. So many times, we leave people out of the planning process. We're going to talk about the 2 P's. The 2 P's are key to the success of a plan. Now, one of the P's is what I call product. You must have the plan in writing. A business plan that's not in writing is then nothing more than just a conversation and a lack of commitment. Anybody should be able to open the plan up, to look at the plan, and because it's in writing, be able to see each of the steps that we're going to cover in this program and thoroughly understand specifically what the plan is and the direction that the plan is trying to take you. The second P is what I call the P of process. Now, what process means is that you get people involved in the plan. What I've seen happen over time, when you get 2 or 3 people together and put a plan together, if you don't involve the people that are executing the plan, they have what I call the a masking theory. They'll put a mask on, and as you're explaining the plan, they're going to nod. We've learned to do this in business and organizational life. Oh, hey, great plan. Yes, that'll work. Then as soon as the meeting's over, nothing ever actually takes place. Now, the key to getting your plan executed is getting the people involved in the plan. And we're going to go through and show you on this program how to get that involvement. If you get involvement in each step of the planning process, then when it comes execution time, everybody's bought into the plan, everybody understands the elements of the plan, everybody understands the choices. So many times there are any number of choices and decisions you can make: products, product territory, pricing. And if everybody's been involved in the discussion, then they understand, and when you embark on one particular alternative, the questioning, the whispering behind your back, and the struggle and lack of commitment just isn't there. So we're going to cover each step of the way, how you get the plan in writing and how you create that process. Now, in my book on strategic planning, in the first part of the book, I trace where strategic planning and management came from. You can go all the way back to the Bible and see that there was organization. You can see that there were objectives set. Now, if you trace on through time, you'll see that Peter Drucker in 1952 introduced the concept of management by objectives. I had the opportunity to study under and be with Dale McConkey at the University of Wisconsin and George Odiorn at Eckerd College. Both of these men wrote the classic MBO books in the mid-60s. What I've seen then happen from the mid-60s on is MBO has evolved into a strategic planning process. It's gone from a short-term, here's our objective, here's how you agree upon it, here's how you create the performance review. It's evolved from that state into what I call now a 5-year strategic planning process. All of this is traced in more detail in the book, and it's important to have that thorough understanding of the successes and failures of MBO, of what other people have said about strategic planning, so that you can set the stage yourself to begin with the very first step in the planning process. Now, early in the book, I present my own model of strategic planning. Now, that particular model shows you 9 steps. And briefly, we're going to cover each one of those steps. The first step is how to develop the purpose or mission statement. The second step is how do you get information in the environmental analysis stage. How do you gather the information you need to make a sensible, good set of business decisions? The third step is how do you analyze your strengths and weaknesses? How do you dig in and really understand your own strengths and weaknesses so that you know what targets to set? The fourth step, we come back and we talk about assumptions. And we'll specifically give you examples. Every plan must be based on a minimum of 2 or 3 good assumptions. Then we'll come back in step 5 and say, now, specific long-term targets. How do we determine what those 5-year targets should be? Do those 5-year targets, if met, help you